Hello, trailblazers. Today, we're traveling back in time to meet the genius who made sense of numbers before calculators were even a thing. Buckle up, because we're about to meet the father of statistics. Drum roll, please. Meet Sir Ronald A. Fisher, a brilliant British scientist from the early 1900s. He's often called the father of statistics. Why? Because he helped transform statistics into the powerful tool we use today for everything from science to sports, and yes, even memes. Without Fisher, data would be a chaotic mess, like your desk before cleaning day. But wait, Sir Fisher wasn't just a math whiz, he had a knack for solving practical problems too. In fact, one of his most famous experiments was inspired by a simple cup of tea. Let me tell you the story. We'll call it Tea, Milk, and a Scientific Showdown. Picture this. It's the early 20th century in England. Afternoon tea is all the rage. Fisher's colleague, Muriel Bristol, claimed she could tell whether milk was poured into her tea before or after the tea itself. Now, most people would shrug and say, "Okay, sure," but not Fisher. He thought, "Let's test this." So, Fisher designed an experiment. He prepared 8 cups of tea, 4 with milk added first, and 4 with tea added first. Then, he mixed them up randomly and asked Muriel to taste and identify each one. What do you think happened? Was her claim just a lucky guess? Muriel nailed it. She correctly identified all 8 cups. Fisher concluded it wasn't luck, but statistically significant, a term that means her results were too precise to happen by chance. And now, trailblazers, it's your turn. Later today, we'll recreate Fisher's legendary tea-tasting experiment to learn about randomization and how to test a hypothesis. But Fisher didn't just stop with tea. He also stirred up some drama in the world of statistics. He openly challenged the ideas of another famous statistician, Karl Pearson. Pearson's methods were the gold standard of the time, but Fisher thought they were flawed. Their feud led to some amazing breakthroughs. Fisher created tools like the analysis of variance, ANOVA, to compare multiple data sets and determine if their differences were significant. Today, we use these tools in everything from biology to business. We'll dive deeper into this in a Socratic discussion soon, where we'll debate why challenging old ideas is so important for innovation. Now, let's talk about the tools Fisher gave us and the vocabulary you'll need to use them. Statistics, the science of collecting, organizing, analyzing, and interpreting data. It's how we make sense of the world. Data, just a fancy word for information. Mean, median, and mode. The 3 amigos of data. Mean is the average, median is the middle, and mode is the most common. Probability, the likelihood of an event happening. Remember, theoretical probability is what should happen, and experimental probability is what happens. Randomization, a way to ensure fairness in experiments, like mixing up teacups. These are just a few gems in Fisher's toolbox. So, trailblazers, Sir Ronald Fisher didn't just invent statistics, he made it fun, practical, and powerful. Whether it's tea tasting, scientific discovery, or challenging old ideas, Fisher showed us how numbers can tell incredible stories. Get ready for our tea experiment later, and start thinking about how statistics can help us solve mysteries in everyday life. Remember, when in doubt, ask yourself, what would Fisher do? Spoiler, he'd grab the data and figure it out.